Hello all. Well, it's back. Dr. Chuti Season 2 Episode 2 The Robot Revolution. And you'll be pleased to hear that no lessons were learned and the show leans right back into the stuff that tanked its viewership last season. I'd heard some whispers prior to it airing and presumed most of it was hyperbolic, but nope. It sets its stall out really early with the first scene, which features a young man and woman, and he almost immediately says, "Girls aren't good at maths." So yep. It's men bad again. How original. I'd also seen the phrase "planet of the incels" in the press, and again thought that was an analogy, but nope, it's a literal line from the show. So as usual, the show bins subtlety and allegory in favour of slapping the audience in the face with a wet halibut. As such, any chance of serious messages about coercive control is relegated to just being another badly delivered soundbite. The core setup itself isn't terrible. It's a dumb Doctor Who episode. Robots come to take a young woman to be queen of their planet, as the star it orbits was named after her. The Doctor, who has already been looking for her, follows, rescues her, and together they stop the 10-year war that's been raging. That's fine, but as usual the execution is poor to say the least. Putting aside being punched in the face with "aren't men toxic," the biggest problem is the tone. It starts feeling jokey, like a bit of a romp. Even the Doctor crashing the electrics in a hospital, potentially killing patients, is a joke. But a few minutes in, people are being vaporised in front of our eyes in a pitched battle. Then we get wacky again. What am I supposed to care about here? What am I supposed to feel? The Doctor cries, of course he does, and there is a reason which should work. But the Doctor cried when a Silurian he didn't know died, so why should I place any emotional value on it this time? The new companion, Belinda, wavers from confident and bubbly to insufferably self-righteous, preaching at the Doctor or anyone who'll listen, including us. The irony of that being, the first thing she does is throw somebody else under the bus, which actually started the war and caused all the problems, so she's responsible for everything. Obviously there could be a journey, and there was a moment that could have been quite nice. After scanning her and offering to take her the long way round, she calls the Doctor out as being dangerous. But it's undercut by her then rebuking him for taking her DNA without permission. It was one of my major bugbears of the Chibbers run that the companions never questioned Jodie's Doctor's repeatedly morally bankrupt actions, and Belinda's point isn't necessarily wrong. It would probably have worked and been a good scene if we hadn't been repeatedly slapped in the face by these heavy-handed, sanctimoniously delivered man-bad tropes throughout the episode. And not forgetting, Chuti's Doctor is sadly still the same. No gravitas, crying, and a buffoon. Laughing as the bad guy dies. Now, is there a conversation to be had about misogyny? Of course, but perhaps not from a show that embraces identity politics and replace a positive male role model with a woman, then retcon the show's entire history purely for ideological reasons. So, did you enjoy being lectured at again, or perhaps you just enjoyed the episode? I'd be interested to know. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace out.